Previously on the roster.
Honestly, I didn't know who was showing up at the tryout, and when I saw him pull up, getting a number and all that, I'm like, whoa.
Jamie is a very devoted paintball player.
This is my first pro shot. X Factor's an extremely solid team.
Realistically, a guy like this, he's really only trying out for a pro team.
If he ever did make the cut as a pro player, God, I guess it would pretty much fulfill one of his dreams, All
right, guys, I need your jersey and your armband. If I were to put him in and we wound up getting relegated by 1 point, I don't think I'd ever be able to live by myself.
I honestly felt like I was getting replaced.
That kid, I was blown away because of how young he was.
At this stage, I want to win more tournaments and I want to win more championships.
I'm not a dictatorship. We discuss things and work them out. We bring it to the table, we squash it.
This weekend, he's played well enough to go up. He was playing with you, you're like, that sucks, I hate him.
No, I did not say that. I laughed at Ryan and I said, yeah, I see what you did there, Ryan.
We are going by what they do here, man.
Exactly, and came out here as a pro player and on everybody out here.
X Factor Minicamp is half over. With the first round of cuts in the books, 12 hopefuls remain with their dreams intact to start day 2. By mid-afternoon, that number will be down to 8. By the end of the weekend, X Factor will know exactly where they stand. At best, the team will add 4 players to their system. Those players will spend the next month competing to secure one of the final 2 pro roster spots, or earn a spot on the practice squad. At worst, X Factor won't pick up any players at minicamp. This would force coaches Ryan Brand and Paul Richards, along with owner Alex Martinez, to spend the remaining time prior to the season opener in Dallas, searching for more veteran free agents without a home, and hoping they can make faster progress with Jesse Stevens. Needless to say, the paintball fate of many players will be determined over the next 6 hours.
All right, guys, Sunday. Everyone knows what that means. Our first drill is going to be the penalty killing drill. All right, this is a game situation, guys. It's going to be 2-on-3. All right, so the 2, we're going to tell everyone where to go. They're going to start in the back center, in the corner. All right, snake corner. On the far side of the field, we're going to have the 3-man team. You guys are the attackers. You're going to start in the middle of the field, just like you're in the middle of a point. So you guys are going to try to run that flag in as many times as you can in 2 minutes. You guys are going to be judged on how many times you can run the flag in and score a point within the 2-minute period. See how you can play with a controlled aggression, or you're going to get sloppy and get shot stupid. The 2-man team is going to be judged on their ability to burn the time and stay alive.
Can they run the flag the other way?
Yes, you can. Okay. So if you score the point the other way, run the flag in. This is going to work just like a game. After the flag is hung, the clock's going to stop, and we're going to wipe you off, and we're going to do it all over again. So we're going to start. The 3 is going to be Beetle, Corey Jackson, and Skylar. All right, the 2 is actually going to be Wake and Wesley Ward. The trick here, it'll be an X Factor player coming out of the box to even it up. We want to see how you can handle a guy on the field that can realistically win a 3-on-1. Good luck. The one thing that happened is Skylar's a
Well, Jamie shouldn't have been in the A, man.
Well, Jamie shouldn't have been in the A, but he never even tried. He never shot that direction.
What was he doing?
I don't know. He never battled. He never tried to put the back center.
I was watching this over here, and I was just watching Jamie basically be sitting there,
Yeah,
like
well,
literally doing nothing.
Skylar never even shot at the back center to try to get this in.
The X Factor coaching staff is less than impressed with the group overall.
Yeah, I see a lot of guys too that are just sitting back and trying to stay alive. It's like, out in this tryout, you need to get in the game and do something. You can't sit back and wait for the other guys to shoot somebody for you. Keep the pressure up, or you're just going to get in an even body situation with them about to come out of the box. You lose the point.
Where you see it the most is in that tower.
Yeah.
These guys are being defensive. They're not in the game. They're trying to prevent something.
Yeah.
You're 3-on-2. Take down their throats. You know, attack. Get on one side, push. That's the idea of the drill.
Some of the guys that are standing out, I see Wake and Edwards getting down that snake right away. They're getting down, they're keeping the pressure up. And then some of the other guys, we just saw Aaron Jackson, it seemed like he was in Skylar Molina, both of them. They're in that Dorito trying to slowly work their way into the snake. And once they get there, they're taking their time. It's like you need to get the pressure up and go. And that's where some guys are really starting to separate. Who's out here doing it and who's struggling.
Well, one of the guys I saw is Ryan Perez. Mm-hmm. Even when they were down a body, he got in their 30 or 40 or 20 on their side of the Doritos and shot both of them.
That's keeping the pressure up. So
I mean, he recognizes its experience. And it wasn't about holding a stream on somebody. It was about putting 1 or 2 balls and recognizing it's time to go. There's nobody watching me.
No. The only thing about Perez that I saw is that I wanted to take another look at him because he's a guy, we're about to, not too many spots. And I say, hey, can you go again? He says, I need a break.
Oh.
I need a break. And that at a tryout, that's the last thing I want to hear. I'm going to see, all right, wiping off hits, I'll make it happen. So that's the knock against him for me. You can come out here and play great, but if you don't have the hunger, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you got to tear me off the field, bud.
Yeah.
They're going to take a look at a handful of players in the most isolated drill in paintball, one-on-ones.
We're going to take another look at a couple guys. So if we don't call your name now, doesn't mean you're in, doesn't mean you're out. So we're going to take another look real quick at Wake, Beetle, Molina, both Jacksons. So everyone else just hang around for the next 30 minutes, then we'll be all done.
All right, guys, real quick. Thanks again. Takes a lot of courage to be here. All right. Thing about this drill, we saw some things that an X Factor needed to see. Okay, boys? Watch a lot of videos. Watch other people play. Watch good players play your spot. That's how you learn.
All right, guys. Here's the hard part. 13 guys here. Obviously, you got 8 sets in front of you. So we had to make some tough decisions, dude. Everyone here, if it's not gonna go forward, hey, you're still good players, or you wouldn't be this far. All right, I'm gonna start calling some names. When you come up here, I need your jerseys, I need your arm pads, and we'll go forward. Wesley Ward. Wes, grab your set. You're going on to the next round.
Unfortunately, not everyone gets to experience the same elation as Wesley Ward does.
David Boyd. All right, Dave, it's not going to be the same for you, buddy, okay? Hey, but I appreciate it, Dave.
Good job.
having me out, guys.
Hey, thank you.
Aaron, Jackson. All right, here's the deal. Straight up, man, you were 9th, okay? But I want you to keep working on it, all right? Hey, you're young. Hey, it was not an easy decision for us. All right, buddy? Hey, we'll talk to you a little bit, okay?
Right, thank you, okay.
All right. Ryan Perez. Grab your We need you to bring it next round. All right.
You got a set, bud?
I gave it my all, just played, you know, did what I had, didn't really worry about that monkey on your back, and just pushed. That's it.
Zach, wake. Cool. All right, Zach, go ahead and grab your stuff. Nick, Chanel.
That's just been my goal, you know, as a paintballer, is to be a part, not just to play pro paintball, but to play for San Antonio X Factor. And you know, if it doesn't happen today, I'm gonna make it happen at some point. That's my goal, as you know, for paintball. That's what I want to do.
Not this time, buddy, but keep working, man.
You know where we're at. Yes, sir. Okay.
Keep working, Nick.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for coming out. Yep.
All right, guys. We have one more invite to the Elite 8 round of minicamp. And that spot goes to... All right, guys. We have one more invite to the Elite 8 round of minicamp. And that spot goes to...
Jamie, Beetle. Okay. Hey, buddy. Grab your jersey, man. Hey, Jimmy, for us, man, hey, you're a good player, man. It comes down to, you know, it just wasn't there today. You had a rough day. I know it didn't have a lot of training, man, but we'll see you around, man.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
I love you, buddy, man.
No, you're cool.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Hey, thanks a lot, all of you.
Okay, so when it came down to people going through, it kept going, and Zach kept going, oh, you're good, you're good. That was like nice, like we vibe off each other. And then it got down to me and Brandon, who's the little guy, and he's been playing really good. He's been playing out his skin. He came out here last year and he's improved leaps and bounds. I was pretty sure the minute I seen he was still there that he was going through. Like I even said, like, nice one, you've made it.
Hey, well done, Brandon.
Well, I think X Factor's got some really good pickups for sure. If they pick up Zach, I hope they pick up Brandon. Like nothing against any of the other kids, but Brandon, in my eyes, he's so young. By the time he gets to my age or any of the other guys' ages there, he's going to be 3 times as good if he puts work in. So by my eyes, that would be good pickups. For me, it was positive. Like I said, Al gave me some good news afterwards. I'm not going to jinx myself. I want to see what plays out about that. Basically, it comes down to me practicing.
The field of 18 players has now been narrowed to 8. 5-on-5 games, both against each other and mixed in with players from San Antonio X Factor, will be the final opportunity to determine who can help the team. Minicamp is officially over. What's left now is the hard part. Who gets picked up and for what positions? There's little doubt that 2 players are clearly more ready than the others to step on a PSP Pro field. Zach Wake and Ryan Perez. The team is debating 3 options. X Factor can issue both Wake and Perez spots on the pro team. If they elect to go this route, it would undoubtedly send Jesse Stevens down to the practice squad. The team could only add Wake, offer Perez a slot on the practice squad, and use the next few weeks to determine who's the best player for the final spot on the pro team between Stevens, Perez, and the other practice squad members. Or X Factor could skip picking up Wake and his on-field baggage altogether. To say the team is divided on what to do is putting it nicely.
You know, the situation's interesting because we don't have Billy for the first event.
Right.
You know, realistically...
Yeah, what happens when we have Billy for the...
Yeah, well, that's...
We don't have Michael either.
Well, hold on a second. Let's not get too far ahead of each other. Look, we don't have Billy for the first event.
At least.
Correct. At least. That's also a very good point.
We don't know.
You know, we don't know what that situation is.
Hey, on the other side of it, if I got a lot of good players, right, then it just makes it hard on everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone has to play. It pushes
That's
everybody.
and you know what, dude? Seriously,
we got to get to the
dude,
top,
no
right?
joke, man. That's what we want, man. We want fucking everybody to be so good that like our overtime point is that so good, man.
Yeah.
Seriously, that's what we want, man.
I mean,
everybody
that's what we had in the past. We had a deep bench.
Super
We had
deep.
a deep
Yeah.
freaking roster. We had 15.
Dude, and the other thing is, man, if you don't want that, like if you don't want every guy on our team to be top notch because you might get less playing time, then you do not want what's best for the team.
Right.
Well, that's one, or the other one is fear, right?
Right.
Yeah. And if your fear
What do you?
is like, oh, I'm kind of scared because he's coming on the team,
No,
that means you got to work on it.
Yep.
Owner Alex Martinez knows only one way to address a tough situation: head on. Wake and Perez are each brought in front of the team separately, so X Factor can discuss their concerns. The first conversation is with Ryan Perez.
At some point during his tenure with the team, he was, or at least some of the guys thought he may have not been as dedicated to the team, and certainly he'd kind of be wishy-washy about practice and just sometimes just fall off, you know. And at this point in the game, like, we're not looking for that. We're looking for a guy that's like on our heels every weekend.
All right, let's address something that has to be addressed. Obviously, has been bad blood.
Dude, that stuff's so old.
It's old, but that's what we're addressing it. Let's address it.
It's not even here
There,
anymore.
It's not.
Okay, so are we good on it or no? Is anybody?
There's just something.
Or you're speaking for other people.
I
want.
feel like
Does
he's got
anybody
the-
here have bad blood? Yes or no?
I think he is the one that has a guilty conscience.
Well,
about it.
he's afraid, obviously. But
Okay.
but the point
He's
is,
never
if,
addressed it to any of us, and none of us have ever been mean or
Hey,
anything
Cole,
to him.
look, no,
Trust me, there's
hear me
been.
out. No.
All right, there has been. All right, guys.
For one, there's been but the
Own
thing is
it?
the fact that
Are
at
we-
least he's carrying something right now. He's obviously a little timid about the
Yeah,
situation.
definitely.
So the point we're going to make is, look, if we're thinking about bringing you on, there is nothing to be timid about. You leave everything, it's
in the past.
It's new, right?
All right, so our guys, I want our guys to be honest. Is there an issue or not? Because if there is, and I don't know what all has gone on, but if there's not an issue, then I think we move forward. If there is, we need to talk about it and not say, oh, we're good,
Correct.
and then we get to practice. And
He blew us away with what he said. I don't think anybody was. We weren't expecting what he was saying, but he's like, I want to push you guys, and it's like, that's exactly what we want. And I don't think anybody, I don't think everybody was like stoked with his answer, but. And that's why we want more good players around. And he's local, man.
all right,
What else could we ask for?
okay.
He's not looking to play pro. He just wants to be a practice.
No.
I don't
No.
think
that's
He
the
wants
case.
to play.
I think
He wants to play, baby.
I don't think he wanted to sit here and say, oh, I want to play
taking
pro
your
or I don't want to be here.
No.
It's
But I think that's the feeling I got.
I would take an invitation to be on the practice team if I wasn't able to make the pro team. I know right now they have their players. I know I can push the envelope, whether it be on the practice team or on the pro squad. I've been there before. I know what it takes. It'd be a little disappointing, but I know we all have to start somewhere after, you're away for a while.
all right. So now we have one more conversation to have here. Zach.
I think it's a no-brainer personally, but
All right.
it's really up to Alex, honestly, how he feels about it. I mean, he came out here and showed, just like Billy did last year, that he is
He was the
an
top
upper
dude.
echelon
Yeah, for sure.
player.
I mean, dude, that attitude has gotten him in trouble in the past, but kind of like that attitude.
Yeah, we kind of need
Gotta
it.
have
You know, but like the Dusties and the Bretts we've had, like there's a lot of like
That's kind of squirmy and nasty.
Yeah,
I like
mean
it.
it's one of the reasons we did so well in Chicago.
I
know. Trust me, I agree with you.
As long as it's not directed at the
He's not
team.
getting him penalties, but he's getting pumped up. I don't care.
will
And I
work
think-
on that.
Yeah,
I know,
but
I'm
at
not worried
practice and stuff, that's completely unnecessary.
I'll take
in my opinion.
Well, hey, in defense, I don't like either, but this is a competitive environment.
That
this
is true.
not a
That-
team
that
thing.
is true.
He
That
is
is
here to
true.
win a spot, and he's
Right.
excited he's doing well,
Correct.
which he should be.
Right.
And
Yeah.
good for you.
Also true, and I'm not trying to take anything away from him. I'm just saying we don't want him out there the refs doing dumb like that.
No, we don't.
And certainly you could argue, because I've seen the videos, the webcast, like you can tell that when he gets penalties, like he really the way he walks off, he's like, man, you ref, like
I've already talked to him about the penalties.
And it's like, and again, dude, those refs are not stupid, man. They remember, man.
Let's get a little hustle, baby. Yeah.
Good enough?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I gotta go.
I mean, there's been some concerns, obviously, with us, as far as I don't call it an attitude, but sometimes.
Dude, we're hungry, man.
Yeah.
Like, no joke, man. We had a pretty good year last year, but that's like the beginning. Like, I think everybody here's got some fire under their feet right now, and like we're really, really hungry to have an awesome year this year. Like we have no excuses at all. And right now we're talking about adding a guy for the full season, and like we felt like you played really good this weekend, and I legitimately, like head and shoulders above everyone else, and so like right now that's the talk. Now there's some concerns, mainly a little bit of the hot-headedness and a little bit of penalty issues, and like that's what we're saying is like, look, man, we want you long term 100%, you know what I mean, but we also want those things to kind of
if those problems arise in Dallas,
that's
we may
what
make it short term.
That's
and
fine.
we want you to know that if that becomes an issue, it'll be short term on our end. Just
And I respect the upfrontness, and I'd rather you guys say it really how it is instead of being like, oh, we're going to tell them it's this, and then we'll see in Dallas. I respect that.
We're saying like, hey, man, this discussion is like, man, we want to pick up a guy for the year, for
Forever. Yeah, we don't
never cut a player, never cut a player. I didn't even know that until about 10 minutes ago. Never cut a player. Yeah, and so and so it's like, in all reality, dude, we want you to succeed so that we will succeed.
All right, well, I've heard enough for now. So, and anybody got any questions?
No, we're good.
So we'll talk to you a little bit, Zach. All right.
Thank you, Zach. Yes,
sir. I do have one question for all of y'all. A simple question. Listen, do you want to play against him or do you want to play with him?
Next time on the roster. X Factor makes a final decision between Zach Wake and Ryan Perez, and the final practice squad is assembled. Michael Kovar and Moscow Red Legion come to Texas for 2 weeks of practice in preparation for the season opener in Dallas. Jesse Stevens finds himself in a battle with one practice team member for the final slot on the roster. And the team opens the 2013 PSP season with near disastrous results. Watch for new episodes of The Roster starring San Antonio X Factor every week through December 3rd. To watch new episodes online, visit planeteclipse.com every Wednesday beginning on October 30th. New episodes will be broadcast in Europe every week at 9 GMT on Sky Channel 192 as part of Primetime Paintball TV beginning Tuesday, October 29th. What do you think about the way X Factor confronted Zach Wake and Ryan Perez about their potential issues joining the team? Visit us on Facebook to join the discussion. Discuss the show on Twitter with director Dan Napoli @ETVDan and with San Antonio X Factor themselves @XFactorPB.